Hello everyone, Speedy B here at Warfield Motor Adventures. Today we've got a little bit of a bike build here. And no, it's not the actual bike, like an actual bike you can ride, because we're not at the bench, you know, we're standing in front of this white screen, green screen tarp thing. So, but I know you're probably thinking, well, what is this that you're building? So, what we're building today is this. Lego Ducati Panigale V4S. Let's get into it. So yep, got this Lego bike build that we're gonna do today, and we sent out a poll, I think about a month ago or so, asking y'all if you guys wanted to actually see a video of, you know, us building this bike, you know, and I was, you know, just waiting, you know, we got about 15 votes on that. You know, a majority saying yes, do it, and then, you know, another majority saying like, you know, really don't care. Nobody voted on no, so I took that as, I guess, you know, you either don't care, you're gonna watch the video, or you don't care, you're still gonna watch the video, or yes, I would love to see it. So that's how I interpreted it, and that's what we're doing here. So let's cut into the box. And while we do that, I want to actually talk about, what's it called, what my plan is for this. So my plan with this is to build the bike, and each bag, so each bag that we go, we will end up time-lapsing, and then after the bag is done, then going into, you know, the next bag, so on and so forth. Look at all that. Whoa. All right, so that's the box. Then on the back, shows you the model, some pictures. It's got a 3-speed transmission, including neutral, suspension, and that's what the actual bike looks like. So that's pretty cool. We're just gonna set the box like down over here for now. Take a look at this. So I would assume this is the instruction manual. Got the wheels. They look the same. Front and rear are probably the same. Well, that's the rear tire, because the size. Suspension components, and this bag right here along with the stand for the plaques. Here's their front tire. Let's start lining things up. Oh, we don't want those to fall. Start lining things up. Bag 10. This is bag 1. This is going to be where we're going to start. Bag 1. This is bag 7. This is bag 8. That's bag, no, this is bag 11. Whoops. This is bag 1. This is 12. Makes sense, all the body panels in the last handful of bags. There's 5 and 6. We got 2 right here, and 3. I don't see 4 anywhere. This is 9. And I just want to line things up kind of like this, keep it easier later on. Where's 7? Here it is. So these bags here, if I can move them. So these right here, we're eventually going to get to those, and we'll put that there. This is where we're going to start, bag 1. Let's open our instructions. Stickers, I love this. And this is a stat sheet, so because we have stats, I'm going to read you the stats on the sheet. So I believe this would be 2026 based on the looks of it. So the 2026 Ducati Panigale V4S has a Desmo Sedici Stradale engine. That's their, they have multiple engines. Stradale, I got nothing on that. It's a 90-degree V4, Desmodromic valve system. It says timing system, but whatever. 116 horsepower at 13,500 RPM, 89 foot-pounds of torque at 11,250. 11,250 RPMs. There we go. Max revs of 15,000 RPM, an aluminum front frame chassis. So, show you all that. That's all the stats here listed. Weight is not on here. Oh, it says EU version at the bottom. If you look, very closely at the bottom. It says EU. So does that mean the US one makes more horsepower? Who knows? I don't know. It could just throw up the actual stats on screen for y'all. It's normally what I do. Put that aside. Whew, this book is cool. Yeah, because you got the front part of it in the front, this on the back, and you open it up, and you see the whole bike for the most part. I'm excited. So there everything is. We got the book out, all the bags, of course, the stickers, wheels and tires, which actually I'm going to move the wheels and tires over here because these are the last things you use. So I'm kind of going to work starting like here, and you know, since I already have all the stuff over here, don't need this knife anymore. So kind of like that. That's how we're going to set it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to open bag one. It's falling off the desk. We're going to open bag one. We're going to time lapse, you know, building bag one. And then after we're done with bag one, kind of talk about, like I said, you know, what was done. It's like, okay, we started building the transmission or the engine cradle, that kind of thing. And bag two looks like we're going to build this and that kind of thing. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a ton and shows us your appreciation to the videos we make. And yeah, let's get into this bike build. Alright everyone, so we just finished bag one, and look at this. We've got, you know, part of the mechanism for shifting gears. We got the chain on. We got a little bit of stuff going for us here. It's looking good, looking real good here. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all of bag one. Just, I had to check one thing. This piece here, yep, that looks good. So we're good to go. Next is bag two. Now I can throw, now that I finished bag one, I can take my trash and put it in this bucket over here. We got some spare parts over here, 2 pieces on the chain, which we're gonna save that for later because if I need to make it longer, and I always keep the spare parts. So I'm gonna set this aside. So here it is, bag two. Oh, this is trash too, as long as there's no rubber band in it. Yep, it's trash in the bucket. So bag two, based on some of the start, it looks like we're making a cradle for the front of this, and that actually might be it for bag two. I'm just gonna kind of skip ahead here and see what I see. Oh, I'm all the way to bag four in the book. Let's back that up. All right, so yeah, it looks like all bag two does is kind of cradle this. Plus, there's a part here, this thing that's dangling here. This kind of holds it and locks it in whatever gear, you know, you select when you for the shifting mechanism on it. So bag two is next. And I think bag, later on in some of these, we're going to do 2 bags and then on the time lapse and then come back and talk about it. But kind of in the beginning, there's a lot going on. Like bag one, you know, you got this, and bag two, you got some more stuff, and same with bag three, you're putting the engine together kind of thing. So the earlier bags, like 1 through probably 5 or so, give or take. But once you get to the part where you're putting on plastic, or, well, it's all plastic, when you're putting on the body panels, obviously that stuff, like, I mean, you could do the last few on the, individually, I guess is is what I'm looking for. So that's kind of going to happen for the later on bags, but for these first few bags, it's going to be the same process, you know, time lapse on the bag, and I'll talk about it. But that was all for bag one. You know, the biggest thing, if you've got one of these and you're building it, or if you get any of the Lego motorcycles, you got to be very careful, especially the MT10 SP, the M1000 RR, and the H2. They all have transmissions, and the older, the 2020 Panigale. Actually, pretty much all the motorcycle ones that have some sort of a shifting mechanism that involves all this stuff, you got to be very careful because you got to make sure you line it up right and you got the right parts, because otherwise then your shifting mechanism is not going to work, you know. And, you know, it's like whether you're going to play with it or not, it's just going to sit on the shelf. You kind of want it to be put together right so that if you want to use it and kind of see, it in action, you know, you'd want it to be put together correctly. So just throwing that out there for anyone that's building this or any of the other Lego motorcycle sets in general. So we're done with that. Let's get into bag 2. All right, everyone, bag 2 is complete. Look at it, we got a little bit more of an engine cradle here, starting to build the chassis up a little bit. We even got the shift lever put on, you know, a lot more stuff buttoned down. You know, now we got the part which is going to be, I'm assuming, for the subframe. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to move that, but hold up, let me rotate this over. I think it's supposed to be like that. No, I went too far. There we go. Anyway, so now that that's done, we're moving on to bag 3. I'm going to slide this out the way gently. And judging by that block there, we're getting to the engine. So I guess finish up securing some of this stuff in place, and we're going to get the engine put in. That's what this piece here is. These are the lobes, so that the camshaft piece that sits there, it rotates it around, moving the pistons up and down, you know, getting your engine, that drives blah, blah, blah. That drives the rest of it, right? So sure, we all know how engines work and how they drive the bike. I would hope so. But with that, so now we did bag 2. We're gonna move on to bag 3, build the engine, and keep going. I'm excited for bag 4 because there's a, oh, that was terrible. There's a rear shock in there, so I think bag 4 is gonna really start tying in the rear end. And from looks like bag 5, we're gonna start putting some, you know, some of that bodywork stuff on here. All right, but that's enough talk. Let's get right into bag 3. All right, there's bag 3 complete. So we just finished up. We put the engine, like your cylinders, on the pistons, and this little stand here for the bike, and a little bit of exhaust routing too. So coming out of this, I believe this would be 3, because it's like 1, 4, 2. No, yeah, 1, 4, 2, 3, something like that, or it's like 1, 4, 2, something like that. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it is. It's some order of that sort. But either way, so you got one coming out here, and you got a little bit down here. So either way, however they number the cylinders, but yeah. So now, if I want to show you all stuff, I can easily just turn it. This is supposed to be up, but so yeah, there's that. That's bag 3 complete. Next is bag 4, and based on this image here, it looks like it's all rear suspension based. Let me try and I'll get this in the camera so y'all can see. It's a oh, I just kicked something over right there. So rear suspension parts, so, or not components, so like your rear swing arm ish, not quite, just more like the linkages, your rear shock linkage and all of that. So that's what's next with bag 4. And I think we'll also combine bag 5 with it too, and 6, because this looks a little short. Oh, so let's do that. We're gonna combine 4, 5, and 6, because there's not a lot of pieces in these bags. Like that. So we're gonna combine all these together. That kind of makes things easier, and it's kind of less boring. I don't have to, and it's easier for me. I can just keep going from bag to bag. I don't have to stop and talk, it's especially like the minor things. So we'll get all these, we'll get these 3 done, and then talk about it, and then, you know, we'll basically continue on from there. So bags 4, 5, and 6 are up next. All right, everyone, so we just finished bags 4, 5, and 6. Yep, yeah, 4, 5, 6. Because next is 7, 8, 9. So, yep. So we did that. Got more body panels, a little bit more of a defined upper cradling around the engine. Front piece, so our front mounting area where the dash will go, the headlight, your windscreen. Front suspension is on. The rear shock is now in position. This piece here that holds it in. So we've got that now. And then next, look, coming through bag 6, or not, I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9, looks like, so in 7 is going to be brakes oriented, because there's front brake, there's rear brake, there's a hub, what would be a hub piece, some swing arm components, so most likely 7 is locking in some of that stuff. 8 just looks like, I really don't know. It's a much smaller bag. I think 8 is probably going to be just touches, like, to get things ready for body panels starting at 9, and then 10, 11, 12 is finishing the bike, making it complete. So I think this is going to be the order. 7, 8, 9 will be the next 3, and then 10, 11, 12 being the last 3 will be the last bag. So I guess, yeah, not much else to say. You know, we got that done. So, oh, I do want to mention the wheels, or putting the tires on the wheels was so easy. You just run it around, you push it in. Easy. If only it was that easy in real life. I mean, all the times we've changed tires, you know, over here, over at the bench, like, such a painful process. If only it was this easy, but it's okay. Technique really comes into play there. So that's enough of that. Let's get into continuing with the build. 7, 8, 9 is up next. All right, everyone, so that's bags 7, 8, and 9 done. Kind of getting a little bit more definition up here. So got the front suspension on with the front wheel. Yeah, that was that bag. Losing my mind. So we got the front fender, brakes, you know, got a little brake caliper here. Yeah, got one in the rear right there. 2 piston. I think the bike, yeah, 2 piston front rear. I hope. Sorry if I really don't know, but got the tail section kind of done up. Seat, couple more other little doodads up here, like these pieces here, which I'm assuming are going to be for molding around the tank. But it's starting to come together pretty well now. So now for the last 3 bags, we're going to do 10, 11, and 12. I got the sticker kit right here because that's definitely going to be used, especially on some of the upper plastic parts or bodywork parts. I say plastic, it's all plastic. So the upper bodywork part. So yeah, let's waste no more time and let's finish this build. right, everyone, and here it is. The bike is complete. So yeah, after, finishing building it, I actually enjoyed this. Building these Legos, the Lego motorcycles are always fun. As a kid, I loved building Legos. Well, depends on how you look at it. Still somewhat a kid, but either way, like younger age, like I love building the Legos, and then the older I got, I grew sort of out of just like the generic Legos. I focused just more on these motorcycle ones, so I don't play with them like I used to. I just build the motorcycle ones and they sit on the shelf, so, but, it's still pretty cool in my opinion. Like, it's motorcycles in general, the cars too, the car ones too. I build those too, because, motorsports, cars, automobiles, all of that is just a big interest of mine, and this is really cool, for me. So, I guess that's it for this video. I enjoyed building this. Like I said, it was definitely a lot of fun. When Lego drops more, motorcycle stuff, we'll, probably record them here on the channel, because I've actually built the MT10 SP, the M1000 RR, the H2R, the old Harley Fat Boy, the BMW GS 1200 Adventure. That was before it was a 1250 and now 1300. This is way back then. I think this was 2017, 2016 when I built that BMW one. The 2020 Ducati Panigale V4, I believe it was the V4, that one that was built, and I'll show all those up on screen. But those were cool builds. This is a cool build, goes with all the other motorcycle ones I built. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely had a lot of fun, building this bike. So like, comment, subscribe. That helps us out a ton and shows us your appreciation for these videos. And with commenting, we always read and answer you guys' comments. If there's anything you want to see from us or you have a question, drop it down in the comment section and we'll take a look at it and reply. So Speedy B here, Warfield Motor Adventures, signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for all the content we got coming up. 2026, we hope it to be a big year. We got a lot of stuff planned. Remember, ride safe, enjoy every ride. Peace out.